Hi, my name is Alex Vanover and I'm with Divine Design Crafts. And I love this time of year because it's engagement season. So many of you are getting engaged and thinking about how you're going to plan your future wedding. And if you're like me, I knew right away that I wanted to be a DIY bride. So I bought a Cricut and it was one of the best things that I did for my wedding. So I hope to help you be the same DIY bride that I was able to be with the Cricut. So I'm here today to give you 5 amazing reasons why you need a Cricut for your wedding, so you can be the DIY bride of your dreams. The first reason you should buy a Cricut for your wedding is because it can save you a lot of money. So that's an obvious reason. Getting married is super expensive, and anything that you have to buy for your wedding costs about 3 times what it would normally cost if it wasn't for your wedding. So anywhere that you can save money is a huge, huge help, and your Cricut can definitely help you do that. It's a super versatile machine, so you can make lots of different things with it, and it can save you money in lots of different ways. My favorite way that I save money with my Cricut was decor, like this sign. I made a welcome to our wedding sign that we were able to display out in front of our church before our guests arrived at our wedding. And I made it with a frame from Hobby Lobby, some wrapping paper, and some vinyl that went on the front of the glass of the frame for about $20. If I had asked somebody to make it, it probably would have been at least $40. So I was able to save money by making it myself, and I can make it exactly what I wanted. Which brings me to the second reason why you absolutely have to have a Cricut for your wedding, and it's because you don't have to settle for things that don't fit your vision. So if there's decor pieces that you can't find on Pinterest or on Etsy that don't fit quite right into your wedding vision, your Cricut can help you make anything that you want with any vision that you might have. I ran into that same problem when I was looking for a sign for my open bar. I wanted a bar sign that was pretty and stylish, but also was functional. A lot of the bar signs were small. You couldn't read the drink menu options until you got to the actual bar. So I wanted mine to be pretty, stylish, and large so that guests in line could read the selections while they were waiting. So I created this bar sign that I loved so much. It was one of my favorite pieces in my wedding. I called it the Drunken Love Bar, which I thought was absolutely appropriate. And it had all of our custom drink selections on it. It was large and stylish. I think I picked up that chalkboard at Ross for about 15 bucks. So I probably made the entire sign for about, I don't know, $18 by the time you factor in the vinyl, and it was exactly what I had envisioned. So it was well worth the investment in my Cricut in the first place. The third reason why you have to have a Cricut for your wedding is because it's so versatile. Depending on how much time you're willing to dedicate, you can make your own save the dates, invitations, you can make decorations for your shower, for your bachelorette party, you can make gifts for your bridal party, bridesmaids and groomsmen, your parents, any of your vendors. You can make decorations, of course, for both your ceremony and your reception. The possibilities are endless as to what you can do with this Cricut. So it's great because it's one investment that you can use in a lot of different ways. One of the most versatile pieces I was able to make was my monogram V signs. I love these monogram signs because they were super versatile, and it's a way that I didn't expect to use my Cricut, but it just happened to fit perfectly when I couldn't find anything else with a monogram V on it. So you can really use Cricut in so many ways. The possibilities are truly, truly endless. The fourth reason why you need a Cricut for your wedding is sentimental value. It is so special to be able to look around your ceremony and reception and see decor that you made yourself. That just makes it so much more special. And when you look back at the photos and the video, you will never regret making it yourself. One of the pieces in my wedding that was most special to me was a wooden wagon that a friend of my husband and I's made for us just for our wedding. And my niece was able to ride in it because she was going to be our flower girl, but she wasn't old enough to walk down the aisle. So she was able to sit in the wagon, and my nephew was able to pull her down the aisle. And on the back of the wagon, I created a sign that said, "Here comes the bride," with my Cricut. It was so special for me to see that as the last thing that I saw before I walked down the aisle and married my amazing husband. Plus, I got to incorporate my niece and my nephew into my wedding, and the wagon was handmade by a close friend of ours. So the sentimental value of handmade items is just absolutely priceless, and I would highly recommend incorporating as much handmade stuff into your wedding as you can. The fifth reason why you absolutely have to have a Cricut for your wedding is because after your wedding, you can keep using it. I got married about a year and a half ago, and since then, I have learned so much more about what the Cricut can do that it is crazy. I have used it to decorate my house for each of the seasons. I have made gifts for friends who are getting married. I've made gifts for friends who are having a baby. I've helped decorate showers. I've made Christmas presents and birthday gifts for all kinds of people in my life. So just because you buy a Cricut for your wedding does not mean that you have to stop using it after your wedding is over. And I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Keep learning it, keep doing more, because it's an amazing machine. Now, before you jump and buy a Cricut, there is one thing that I want to caution you on, and it's to make sure that you have plenty of practice time to use your Cricut before your wedding. If you have a short engagement, or if you're not going to be able to dedicate time to learn how to use the Cricut and do lots of practice projects before you do the final one, you may want to consider paying someone to make some of the handmade items that you really want in your wedding. Because although the Cricut is wonderful, it does take time to learn it. And if you try to do things that are above your skill level, it can be very, very frustrating. But if you have time to practice, if you have like a minimum of a 9-month engagement, you will be totally fine. There's plenty of resources out there to help teach you how to use this amazing machine. So don't worry about that. There's definitely learnable, even if you've never used a Cricut before. Also, if you have friends that are willing to help you learn the Cricut during your wedding planning process, that is also super helpful. You can take their advice and insight on design. They can help you work in design space and all kinds of things. So friends near you and YouTube are going to be your best friends in learning how to use your Cricut. So I hope that you're convinced to buy a Cricut for your wedding. It was definitely one of the best investments that I made in my wedding planning process, and I hope it is for you too. Make sure to show this video to your fiance if you're trying to convince him or her that you need a Cricut for your wedding, because the answer is totally yes. If you have any questions about the Cricut, please drop them in the comments. Otherwise, stay tuned for lots more videos on wedding DIYs and decor tutorials. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Happy wedding planning!